Hold up. Let me just say this. I'm not just pressing your conscience, I'm crushing it with straight facts. Why are you building up walls when the truth is knocking? Anyway, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. You all ready? Know what it is? This is the It Ain't Real podcast, and today I'm dropping another certified heater. So check it. Today's video is all about Tiffany Henyard. But before we jump into it, let me hit y'all with some quick info. Sis is out here pushing a book right now, and not just any book. She's charging a whole $100 for it. Yeah, you heard me right. A full Benjamin. And from the looks of it, this thing probably only got 3 pages and reads like a pamphlet. But that's not even the wild part. She's not selling a book to share knowledge, she's doing it to run up some funds, because let's be real, she knows what's crumbing. She's prepping for lockup and trying to stack some commissary money in advance. She lost all her gigs, that 6-figure income, gone. She was pulling in close to $300,000. Now, zero. She got nothing coming in. That book ain't about literature, it's about survival. Truth be told, it's not even going gold, silver, or aluminum. That thing is going straight double plastic. And even then, she, talking about it, sold out. We all know ain't nobody copying that book for real. If anything, she probably bought up her own copies just to post a fake flex. Now technically, sure, if you only print 3 books and you buy all 3, that is a sellout. I guess so technically she's not lying, but we know what this is anyway. Let's jump into this video. Oh, real quick, shout out to the homies. Y'all go support the fam, man. I need all my folks to check out the clothing line. This ain't just about style, it's a whole lifestyle. These are my people, straight out of the city, South Central babies, doing something big. Now, back to the content. In this video, we're going over Tiffany's next few court dates, because it's not just one, it's multiple. Within the next 2 days alone, she's facing somewhere between 5 and 10 lawsuits. I say somewhere between because a couple of names are repeated on the docket, so it's a little unclear, but let's call it at least 5 confirmed cases. We'll break it down from the bottom up. First up, the Dalton Professional Firefighters Association. You might remember this situation from last year. A whole crew of firefighters pulled up to the village meeting in Dalton. They stood up and made it known. They weren't getting paid right. They said money was being deducted from their paychecks, but it wasn't showing up in the places it was supposed to. Now keep in mind, this money was meant for things like insurance, so that if something happened to them or their families, they'd be covered. Another chunk of it was for their retirement fund, but none of that money was reaching the destination. It was being pulled from their checks, but disappearing somewhere in between. So they kept asking questions. They submitted requests. They looked for answers. And every single time she dodged them. No accountability, no transparency, just silence. So what did they do? They hit her with a lawsuit. And that's just lawsuit number 1. We're going to get into the rest in this video. But buckle up, because it only gets messier from here. So let's talk about this. Adam Farrerk, he's been a firefighter in the village for over 10 years, and he also happens to be the union rep for local 3766. And right now, he's coming forward with a whole list of serious concerns. Most of them are about the same thing, money, and where it's going, or better yet, where it's not going. These are real grievances the union has filed against the village. But here's the wild part. Farrerk says most of the 21 firefighters in the village are scared to speak up, straight up. They're worried about retaliation. He said there's always that fear in the back of their minds, what's going to happen if we don't play along? You feel that? That's fear culture. Now here's what's really shady. Farrerk says money is being taken out of their paychecks for retirement, but it's not showing up in the right place. Let me break it down. He selects how much to contribute. That amount gets pulled from his check, supposed to go straight to Nationwide. But guess what? That's not happening. The deposits are missing, and it doesn't stop there. These firefighters are having problems with their health insurance too. The village is supposed to cover it. But documents obtained by NBC5 say the premiums haven't even been paid. So now members are getting their medical claims denied. Straight up, their coverage is dead in the water. And yeah, once again, Tiffany's at the center of it all. Stealing money? And honestly, is anyone even surprised at this point? Because this is just her normal routine. This is exactly what she does, This is her playbook. Get in power, misuse funds, and dip out. That's been the pattern. The trustees tried to call her out, but she bulldozed right through them, signing checks under other people's names, misusing funds left and right. At one point, she dropped nearly $50,000 in one day on Amazon. What you buying, Tiffany? Lace? Fronts ain't no way them wigs run up that high. Come on now. Anyway, let's keep moving. Lawsuit number 2 is from David Duval, and this one's pretty similar to the firefighter situation because David Duval used to be the union leader for the fire department. But guess what happened? Tiffany booted him right out, just snatched his position, and now he's clapping back with a lawsuit because everything she did to him, out of line, egregious, and now she's got to pay for it. I'll throw the legal docs up on the screen right now so you can check them out yourself. I'm not going to sit here and read every word. You can pause the video and dig into it if you want that deep dive. But just know, that's court case number 2. And guess when it's scheduled? July 1st, same day as the firefighter lawsuit. That's 2 separate lawsuits on the same exact day. Y'all ever been to court? That ain't light work? That's a lot. Now, lawsuit number 3, and yup, you guessed it, also set for July 1st. This one's coming from Edgar County Watchdogs. That's right, she got THREE court cases all landing on the same day. So you already know she's about to be running through the courthouse like it's a track meet. Hopefully these courtrooms ain't scheduled at the same hour, because if they are, it's over. If I were the judge and she missed my courtroom, that's an automatic contempt of court, straight to jail. And get this, just after 2 p.m. on Friday. Tiffany Henyard, former mayor of Dalton, former Thornton Township supervisor, walked right into circuit court. Media was outside, cameras rolling. Tiffany, any thoughts about being ordered to court today? And of course, the response was classic, no comment. That particular hearing was about the Edgar County Watchdogs lawsuit. They filed it after her administration refused to respond to FOGA requests. That's Freedom of Information Act. All they wanted were spending records and public documentation from January. She ignored every single request, kept dodging, kept deflecting, no transparency, just pure runaround. They got tired of it and took her to court. Simple as that. Let's jump to lawsuit number 4. Now this one, I ain't even going to lie. I can't pronounce this man's last name. It starts with DEVRIES. We're just going to call him Jeff. First name Jeff, he's suing her too. I don't have all the details on his case yet, but it's another one added to the list. So that's 4 separate lawsuits tied to Tiffany, and possibly more on the way. 8. Now this next one right here, we gonna do it like this. I ain't about to sit here and read all this paperwork. It's like what, 10 pages deep? Nah, we not doing that. But what I am gonna do is throw the documents up on the screen for y'all to see. So if you really want the full picture, hit that pause button, zoom in, do your homework. It's all right there. Ain't no secrets now. Let's move to this next situation. This lawsuit right here. It's from Tag Group Investments. Now, from what I understand, that's a woman who owned a bar/slash restaurant, so it was like a bar banquet spot. Now here's where it gets real messy. Tiffany, who's also acting as the liquor commissioner, yeah, more on that in a sec, was out here withholding their liquor licenses. On purpose. This business owner went through the proper channels, did what they were supposed to do, and still got curved. Matter of fact, a judge even ordered Tiffany last year, like back in November or December, to issue those licenses. Straight up court order. Still, she didn't do it. Just held it hostage like it was her personal toy or something. So now, that lady is suing her. And this makes lawsuit number 5. Let's break down what actually happened in court. This is now the 3rd time this year this case hit a Cook County judge. 3 times, fam. Finally, the business owners walked out of court with 2 out of the 3 liquor licenses they applied for. But that ain't even the crazy part. Tiffany is now facing a serious charge from the judge for how she handled the whole thing. And for the bar owner, it's a mix of frustration and finally, a little relief. It's about time. That's what Tiffany Kamar said. She's the one who owns the restaurant and banquet hall, St. Patrick's, over on Lincoln Avenue in Dalton. She had to take legal action after Tiffany, who, again, is both mayor and liquor commissioner, just refused to issue the licenses. On Wednesday, the judge told Tiffany, You got until 5 p.m. Thursday to sign those licenses. You think she followed that? Nope. Come Friday, court in session. And Tiffany finally signs the licenses, but only because the judge threatened her with contempt. She wasn't locked up, but that didn't stop the judge from finding her in indirect criminal contempt. Why? Because when the judge asked her a simple question, will you sign the licenses, yes or no, Tiffany started dancing around it, talked in circles, wouldn't give a straight answer. So the judge said, all right, that's disrespect. To the court, boom, contempt. Now, let's pause for a second and talk real. This right here is exactly why there needs to be checks and balances in government. Because when you give one person too much power, when you don't regulate it, they start moving like a king. Or worse, a dictator. And that's exactly what's happening here. How is Tiffany the mayor and the liquor commissioner at the same time? That don't even sound right. That's way too much unchecked authority. So now, think about it. If she doesn't like you, or your business, she can just block your license. She don't need no reason. Maybe she wants your building. Maybe she don't like your face. Doesn't matter. She'll make sure you can't operate. That's why checks and balances are there, to stop this exact kind of petty, targeted corruption. But in this case, ain't nobody else to check her because she's playing both roles. She's acting as the one who gives the license and the one who oversees the rules. That's like being the ref and the coach in the same game. That's wild, and it just exposes the level of corruption going on here. Now let's be real, this ain't new. This kind of shady stuff has been happening in Illinois for decades. That state is known for political mess. Like for real, I've been hearing about Illinois corruption since I was a kid. And even before that, go back to the Al Capone days, it's always been shady. And nah, it's not just Illinois, but let's call it what it is. When you think Illinois, you think of political corruption the way you think of McDonald's when you hear burgers. It's part of the brand at this point. Cowboys got Dallas, Chicago. That's all Bulls territory. And when you think New York, boom, Yankees off top. You feel me? Every place got its thing. But just like that, Tiffany ain't got no business sittin' in both them seats, mayor and liquor commissioner. Nah, somebody should have been there to check that power, to level that out. That's how balance works. You don't let one person run the whole table. You dig. But look, Tiffany, let's talk straight. You've been foul like not just now, not just this year. You've been wrong for a long-ass time. This ain't new, but now. The chickens? Yeah, they pacin'. And they coming home to roost, loud and hungry. You better brace for impact. I don't even think you ready. Real talk, you might want to go ahead and take that weave out right now. Start adjusting to what life really about to be. Get them push-ups in. Start doing some burpees. Hit a jog. Test that wind. Get used to slipping. With one eye open and cold floors. 'Cause where you headed? Ain't no glam. Ain't no custom chairs. Ain't no I'm in charge attitude. You've been living too soft, too privileged. Everything went your way, but inside, oh nah. You gon' need real grit in there. You gon' have to show real strength. Not in interviews, not in speeches. In person. And I'ma keep it real. I don't think it's in you. You got that talk. You got the act. But I ain't seen no action. No real backbone. It's easy to be a boss when you got the throne. But what you gon' do when you gotta earn respect with no mic, no title, and no shield? You ain't cut like that. You're not that. You never was. But that's all I'ma say on that one. Tiffany, you done? You played yourself? You trash for how you did the people. And now the people gone watch you fall. Period. Yo, do me a solid. Hit that like button, smash that share, and subscribe if you really rockin' with it. Jump in the comments, let me know how you feel, what else y'all want me to cover, or just say what's on your mind. I'm in there. I see all that. I reply. I show love. 100. Until next time, stay solid, stay safe, and stay out the mess. You already know what it is. Neighborhood, and real quick, support the homies too. I need all mine. This ain't just talk. This real life. I'm starving out here. That type of hunger. It run deep, like a vampire smelling blood. Only ones. I lean on the ones who hold me down. Life support, never forget that.